Welcome to the Horror Unmasked podcast,
where we unmask the monsters
and explore the lore.
I'm Amber.
And I'm Lily, and today we will be dissecting
Halloween Ends. Let's put Michael to rest. Haddonfield, Illinois. Halloween night, 2019. It is like any other Halloween, and a boy named Corey shows up at a home to babysit a boy named Jeremy. They're watching The Thing when the boy is clearly not happy, so Corey says that he has to go to bed soon. Corey hears something and doesn't know where Jeremy is when he sees the front door is open. He looks through the house, and Jeremy seems like he's in trouble. Corey goes upstairs and goes into the attic. And that is when Jeremy locks Corey in.
Fucked up.
For real.
Fuck them kids.
And as he becomes more frightened, he kicks down the door, launching the kid over the railing to his death.
3 stories down.
And Corey is sent to jail. You can hear Lori retelling the story of her and Michael's past, as she says it has been 4 years since she's encountered Michael. And we see Lori and Allison are living together in a beautiful home.
It really is. It's gorgeous.
It's so fucking pretty. And she is writing a book. We then see Corey working at a junkyard when his boss offers him a motorcycle to get to work faster.
Who's also his dad.
Yep.
Allison is driving to work when she gets pulled over by a cop named Doug. Clearly, they had a past, but he tells her that she needs to fix her car. Because her, what is it?
Her like radiator or whatever the fuck is loose.
Yeah. Next, we see Corey at a gas station, where some teens try to get him to buy them beer.
Band kids. They're band kids. They're band kids.
Geeky band kids. And I'm allowed to say that. Because I was their neighbor, the choir kid, the theater kid.
For real.
I'm allowed to say that.
Yep.
Love you. But Jesus. No. Because then what happens was that Corey wasn't interested in helping them. And they get pissy. And they recognize
him.
who he is from, going to jail. And begin terrorizing him. Lori shows up and helps him. They fuck up the kid's car and leave.
Rightly so.
Because he just
But like,
came in
how
on a
dare
bike.
you band kids act like you the bullies? Like, fuck off. Fuck off. I was like,
It's a new day and age, I guess.
I know, but I'm just like, you are the kid who's the ringleader of them. You are. There's no fucking way you're a band kid.
Right.
The rest of them, I could see it.
Yeah.
Him.
Nah. He's that Troy Bolton of them who also plays basketball or football on the side.
But like, if Troy Bolton was an absolute dickhead.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. Anywho. Lori brings Lori and Corey, to the hospital, and Allison helps to bandage him up. Clearly they think each other is cute. And they're all lovey-dovey or whatever and get distracted. Lori asks if Allison would invite him to her friend's costume party. Corey, who is having dinner with his parents, an overprotective mom, and dad, who is his boss at the junkyard.
And when I say overprotective mother, I mean like
like abusive level.
Texting, and she's like, who are you texting? Who is that? Who are you messaging? Why aren't you telling me?
Yeah.
Bad boys don't get dessert. I'm just like, the fuck
girl
is this woman? For real.
Anyway, we're back at the junkyard, and he gets asked by Allison if he wants to go to the Halloween party. Because she's all, I'm going to go to the junkyard just to say that he can fix my radiator. But really, I'm just going to invite him to the Halloween party. We see Lori in the grocery store and Frank Hawkins, the police officer from the last one. They clearly start flirting, and as Lori leaves the store, she's so happy. But someone yells at her and blames her for Michael attacking one of her family members.
Which is really sad and fucked up. I'm like, it's not her fault.
No.
Like, the only reason why Michael was there is because of the doctor. Like,
Correct.
don't point fingers at a victim because you also have someone who was a victim. Like, don't. It is the night of the Halloween party, and Allison and Corey are enjoying their time when Corey runs into the mother of the boy
That he threw over the balcony.
He leaves in a panic, and Allison follows him and tries to commiserate with him. But he says to others he is a monster and she is a survivor. So she won't understand, and he leaves. But as he walks away, the teens find him again, and they attack. And he goes over the edge of the bridge. They deadass, it's a full, I know what you did last summer scene. Straight up, for real. But something drags him through the entrance of the sewers.
Well, he's knocked the fuck out.
Well, yeah, he's not. He went over the edge of that balcony. Like,
Yeah.
that bridge. I'm not shocked he did not break some bones.
Right,
for real.
yeah.
When Corey wakes up and tries to leave, Michael grabs him and begins choking him. But a moment of life flashes and something feels changed as Michael lets go and Corey leaves. Corey then goes to Lori and Allison's house to try and apologize about the other night. Corey asks Allison to walk with him, and he takes her to the abandoned house where the boy died. And the two go to a diner where Doug creeps on Allison, and Corey confronts him, and they leave. A little note of two broken people in love.
Basically.
Spoiler warning. Skip ahead.
Corey, like a dumb fucking idiot, goes back to the sewers after they part, and Doug has followed him. Corey attacks Doug, who then goes into the sewers where Doug follows. That's when Michael and Corey kill Doug. We then see Allison's coworker and the doctor, because they work at a hospital. They're nurses. And, you know, this coworker got the raise, got the promotion. Shocker. I wonder why.
Yeah.
They're clearly together, getting ready for a steamy night, when we see someone killing the doctor. It's Corey. And before the girl can get 911, Michael comes in and kills her by stabbing her as she hangs from the knife on the wall.
In classic Michael fashion.
Yes. But then Corey becomes the monster. Corey and Allison are hanging out together. They both agree to leave the town on Halloween. Corey is sleeping in the house where he killed the kid, or
Yes.
the kid died, or wherever. But like directly on the spot where the kid died.
Like on the blood
On the
stain.
blood. And Lori is waiting for him. She tells him to stay away from Allison because she is not ready for this kind of relationship. But Corey blames her for letting him in, and he calls her the freak show and himself the psycho. Suddenly, she is gone. Or was she ever there to begin with? Corey goes to Michael and attacks him for his mask, but obviously Michael comes for him.
As is classic fashion.
You take his mask, you get got.
You get guy. You take shit from him, he's going to come for it. End of story.
Yeah.
He killed people in a house just for a knife.
Yep.
He didn't just like sneak into the house, steal a knife, and then leave. No. He had to kill them, then take the knife.
Wasn't even his knife.
Because instead of being just like letting the people live and then being like, I wonder where my knife went. No. Murder.
Murder.
Because that makes sense.
Yeah.
Corey chooses to taunt the kids that attacked him and lure them to the junkyard and kills each of them
one by one
as he dons Michael's mask. His father is also murdered, but not by him. It's by the dipshit kid who was given a gun. But Corey then goes home and kills his mother. And then goes to the radio station and kills the radio host. Because there was a moment of confrontation that had occurred. So he kills him.
Yep.
We also see Allison go into the diner and wait for Corey as they planned to leave together. Laurie calls, but Allison doesn't pick up.
As usual.
Laurie's at home and calls the police about a suicide, and she tries to kill herself. But it was a trick for Corey, as she knew he was waiting for her, so she shot him multiple times. But Allison shows up, and he says that if he can't have her, laughs, then he stabs himself in the neck. And Allison believes Laurie did it.
That's one way to break up a relationship.
Fact. I mean, he was obsessive. Like, if I can't have her, no one can.
That's literally what he said.
For real. Because he said that to her. He said that to Laurie when they were talking in the house. And then he started it here and then stabbed himself in the neck before he finished.
No, he said it.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. I know he did. Because
he said the full thing in the house on the stairs. But in this scene, he said, if I can't have her.
Right. I got you.
Yeah. He says it twice, but just this one is a little bit more finite. Mm-hmm. Michael has also arrived.
Duh. He came for his property.
Yeah, because he came for his mask. And
not for Laurie.
He literally then finishes Corey by snapping his neck.
Yep.
And then he begins hunting for Laurie.
Yep.
They fight, and Laurie is able to pin him down as she believes he is dead. But he attacks once more, choking Laurie. But Allison stops it, ending the torment for good. They parade Michael's body, and everyone gets together and watches his body be destroyed.
At the junkyard in like the
the
trash
crusher.
compactor or whatever.
The end. But this movie was released October 14th, 2022.
Yeah.
Directed by David Gordon Green. Distributed by Universal Pictures.
Yeah.
I have their box office. What was their budget?
Again, like I said, the budget went up as the box office went down. It was really funny. This one had a budget of $33 million.
So, and the box office was $105.4 million.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It definitely dropped.
Did you say the release date?
Yes.
Where was I?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know.
Well.
That was the very first thing I said after the end.
Cool. Well, this one was the longest movie with an hour and 51-minute runtime.
Yeah.
And
it was long.
40% on Rotten Tomatoes. So
it was mainly a fucked up romance movie.
For sure.
With murder.
Yeah.
Is essentially what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mentioned in the last one, there's a lot of like Halloween fans who are not a fan of this one. Mainly because they felt like Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends could have just been like condensed together.
Yeah.
But
I wish we could start like a series of like movies that aren't like our top faves.
Yeah.
And just like ask fans why they like it so much.
Yeah.
That would be
It would also be interesting to start a little thing where it's like movies that we could see, like what are the aspects of this movie that we would change that would make it better, in our opinion.
Yeah.
Fascinating concepts. Possibilities for the future.
Faux show.
But yeah.
Kill count.
Yeah.
18.
Okay.
So not as much as the last one. Like I said,
Yeah.
Halloween Kills literally has the
Yeah.
highest kill count. So,
Because this is more so Corey
yeah.
related deaths. Because Michael
killing
essentially
everyone.
just stays inside the tunnel for
Yeah,
the most
he kills
part.
like, what, like 2 or 3 maybe.
Trying to think. Because I don't know if Michael really kills anybody. Like,
The
he
guy
kills
in the
Doug,
sewer. Yeah. Doug.
but that's it. Like,
Yeah.
Michael only kills, two,
Yeah,
two.
because of
'Cause it's the girl.
Yeah, the girl.
The girl and Doug are the two that he directly kills.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, everybody else is all Corey.
Yeah.
He killed one person and he went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Cast.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say director?
Where are you? I even said distributed.
You did.
Mm-hmm. I did.
Anyway, I missed my DGG.
Mm-hmm.
I do it now. DGG. Main cast. I only have 4 people. 4 or 5.
I have 5.
I've got Jamie Lee Curtis as Lori. Andy Matichak as Allison.
Mm-hmm.
Rowan Campbell as Corey.
Mm-hmm.
And then James Jude Courtney and Nick Castle as Michael Myers. I bet you also have
Will Patton as Frank.
as Frank. Yeah.
Yep. But mainly the face portions of our Michael are James Jude Courtney.
Yeah.
That's kind of who we went with as like his face that we see under the mask.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anywho,
But yeah.
give me some behind the scenes bits.
Let's do this. All right. So, this film has a lot of shots in it that recreate the images from John Carpenter's original.
Mm-hmm.
For example, in the death scene of Nurse Deb, she's seen pinned to the wall while the killer quizzically stands back and cocks his head. Similar to Bob's death in the
first one.
1978 film. So everyone always kind of enjoys callbacks.
Yeah.
Because they're not just merely fan service Easter eggs. You're visually commenting on the transference of evil from Michael. Because Halloween has a hardcore fan base. They want callbacks.
Yeah.
They want the legacy of Halloween to be honored through the framing and the cinematography. And they're often echoing moments and shots from the other films because they would watch those scenes for inspiration. But they're not like storyboarding to match them exactly. They're just kind of quoting them.
Making a nod to it.
Exactly.
It's not same thing shot by shot.
Exactly.
It's just hey, that's a similar.
Yeah. Because it's even like, so what's smart about the callbacks is that they're not simply for nostalgic sake. It's not like the Star Wars universe where you're like, oh, hey, it's that random creature from that canteen. No. There's a specific relationship between Michael Myers and the characters of Corey in this film. And so you're creating a link between them through the callbacks.
Yeah.
So, cinematically, Halloween Ends borrows subtext from Hitchcock movies.
Okay.
Especially Strangers on a Train and Psycho. It pulls some of the zanier B-movie tropes from legions of movies that the original 1978 movie Halloween inspired, full of the cheap startles and jumps and even teasing Final Destination frights and some oddly placed supernatural Chucky business.
Ooh.
So, smart characters make bad choices and get themselves into inescapable situations. Straight out of movies from Friday the 13th to Scream. Murders are unnecessarily brutal and gory because special effects artists need to show off. as always. Because why not?
Because why are you there?
If you're not going to have fun with it.
Right.
And then the reality of disturbed youth of varying ages from grade school to high school questions the origin of evil in the latest examination of nature versus nurture. Are enough hints providing to indicate the first death in the film might have averted another Michael Myers.
Yeah.
So it's also...
I don't think Michael Myers would have let himself get got like that if he knew he didn't have a predecessor.
For real. But also he murdered his predecessor.
Yeah, but I also don't think that he's dead.
Michael is dead.
Not Michael.
Corey is dead.
We shall see.
Corey was a human in the truest sense.
We shall see. Otherwise, why?
You just said the other day that you were like, I don't want any more of these films, and you're now trying to be like, well, maybe.
Well, I don't want any more of these films, but well, maybe, because you know how they like to make their bag.
I would say let Halloween die with
Halloween Ends, because you said it in the
Yeah.
title. Let it go.
You
Let it
crushed
go.
Michael's body, and without Michael, it's not the Halloween franchise.
Yeah, I agree.
So-
Like, I'm not saying I disagree. I definitely agree. But I think that, they're going to find a way to
I
keep
think
it going.
what this movie shows is that Halloween, that Michael is a very specific kind of killer, and that he's not easily replaced.
Fair enough. Okay.
I think that's kind of what the viewpoint is.
Okay.
Because Corey tries, and he fucks up hard. Like,
That's
he
'cause
can't
he
even
was
do the
too-
Michael, I sneak into your house without you realizing
That's
shit.
because he speaks.
Facts.
And I think because
Because he grew up and he's an adult.
it made him no good killer.
Yeah, for real. But obviously this film has been largely divisive in the days since it's hit theaters. Because it boasts obviously a subversive approach as the ending and even as a Halloween film in general. The film chooses to follow a new character, Corey Cunningham, rather than the expected Laurie Strode and Michael Myers.
I mean, but what else can you do with that story? Let's
Put
be
it at the
honest.
end of Halloween Kills and then end the series.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
But although these characters are still present and receive
It's
their
because they probably
promised
had
endings.
somebody who named it Halloween Kills and was like so diehard about it, and they were like, I'm not changing it.
For real.
And they were like, okay, but we have to have
You
one
can
that
still
says
call
ends.
it Halloween Kills and still just end it.
Yeah, but it's not Halloween Ends, you know what I mean? I don't know, I'm trying to pick their brains. I don't get it.
But like I said, these characters are still present and receive their promised ending. So it had, like I've said before, it had a lot of audience upset with the choice, feeling tricked or cheated even. But the truth of the matter is it was a trilogy that it's Halloween in 2018 was Laurie's film. Halloween Kills was Michael Myers, and Halloween Ends is Haddonfield's film.
Interesting.
So Haddonfield, Illinois is location in which the film takes place. All three are key components to the original film and nearly every sequel following it. They all have deep importance to the film's plot itself, as well as the themes of the trilogy. Halloween Ends forces the audience to truly contemplate what the series really is about, rather than catering to the easy fan service filled last hurrah. So because Halloween Ends, it was the entire town of Haddonfield coming together and like finally finishing everything. So that's kind of how they've posed it, is that Halloween 2018 was Laurie's movie where she got to kind of go back against Michael and her fear. Whereas Halloween Kills was more of Michael's film, where it's the like, he is this dangerous being that's out and about that people like are still searching for, but he escapes. And then finally the town was able to expunge it of this dark presence.
Yeah, I see that, yes and no, because, like, definitely Halloween Kills is also trying to be about the people. With
Yeah.
all of them getting together to fight Michael, but
it's also
that
the idea
fails.
that, yeah.
Because Michael prevails.
Exactly.
So,
But
yeah.
That's all my notes.
Yeah.
What you got?
So what I got is...
Not a lot.
Well, actually...
We both kind of had, like, an okay-ish amount for most of these.
I have pretty decent junk, to be honest. Okay, so what I got are these... The Halloween... Okay, what is considered to some who may be potential Halloween franchise based on real life cases.
Gotcha.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Not confirmed. Nothing like that.
Like a possible inspiration.
Yeah. And there's 2 of them.
Okay.
First one is of babysitter Janet Christman. So, in March of 1950, there was a 13-year-old girl, Janet, who was hired to babysit a 3-year-old boy, Gregory Romack, in Columbia, Missouri. So around 10:30, the police got a call from someone screaming, urging them to come quick to the house.
Okay.
They couldn't get any more information from the girl or from the girl on the other end of the line before the connection just completely dropped.
Yeah.
And the call couldn't even be traced.
Weird.
Yeah. So,
Okay. Especially if it came from a landline in a house at that time period, like, that would be very easy to trace.
yeah. So when the Romack parents came back, they found their doors unlocked and Christman dead in a pool of blood.
Okay.
Yeah. The investigation into the killing showed that Christman had resisted her assailant, who, trigger warning, had raped her before strangling her to death.
Gotcha.
And the case was never solved. So, nobody knows
Did
who did
anything
it.
happen to the child? Or it was just that the babysitter died and that the kid just kind of got left alone?
I'm pretty sure, they didn't say anything about the kid, which
so
hopefully...
I'm assuming means that the kid got left alone.
Which hopefully means that
Yeah.
the kid was fine.
Yeah. That usually is what it means, is that the kid was fine.
Yeah, which kind of is reminiscent of Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Sees the baby in the crib and walks the other way.
Yeah.
Because that's where they draw the line, apparently. But there was a primary suspect named Robert Mueller, but he never faced any charges due to lack of evidence.
Isn't that always what it is?
Yeah. He did have some noted sexual advances towards Christman before her death, which obviously piqued the interest of police. But his testimony while being administered but his testimony during a polygraph test suggested he was not involved. And then later he sued the police department for holding him illegally, I guess. But yeah, so that was the first case of like the whole babysitter type thing.
Babysitter murder.
Yeah, but it wasn't on Halloween.
Yeah.
Like, the movie is. But classic babysitter murder, I guess.
Because this fucker literally waits every year on Halloween to murder people.
Yeah. And that's it. That's the only day. That's why it's also like, I need answers. Why just Halloween? I need to know.
Yeah. Also, like, even in the Halloween 2018, why would you transfer him near Halloween? Just like
that part. It's like, you fucking know.
Transfer him somewhere. Transfer him at like Christmas.
But
give us a Christmas movie.
Right. Give us
like
each,
Easter.
Yeah, give us each holiday. But that was also probably
St. Patrick's
Dr.
Day.
What's his name?
Loomis.
No.
Oh, so yeah, probably.
It was probably his plan.
Yeah, probably Sartan was like, ooh, let's do it now so that I can possibly get you out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was fucking psychotic.
Yeah. All right. Then we have another one.
Mm-hmm.
About convicted kidnapper Andre Rand.
Gotcha.
So, in this case, it was discussed extensively in a 2009 documentary called Cropsy.
Yep.
Which also generated some urban legends that bears resemblance to the Micro Morrows myths.
Yeah, Cropsy is a very familiar
Yeah.
name.
So, Rand, a convicted serial kidnapper, also goes by the alias of Frank Rushan and possibly Andre Rushan. But he committed his first known crimes in around 1969 when he was caught right before sexually assaulting a 9-year-old girl. Thank God.
Yeah, thank God.
Thank God. Okay. But in 1983, he kidnapped a busload of children.
Yeah.
And took them to a local White Castle without the consent of their parents.
Obviously.
For which he was confined for 10 months.
Like, if he kidnapped a bus full of children, obviously it was not with the consent of the family.
Yeah. Yeah. 5 years later, in 1988, Rand was then found guilty for the kidnapping, but not murder, of 12-year-old Jennifer Schweiger. She was a girl with Down syndrome whose body was discovered near the grounds of the Willowbrook State Mental Facility.
Wait, charged with the kidnapping, but not the murder?
Yeah.
Because that makes sense.
Yeah. Right. Like, what? But basically, the Willowbrook State Mental Facility is a treatment center that had fallen into disgrace after an expose by some journalists.
Always.
That revealed that several human rights abuses.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the day, those places were not good.
But Rushan has been linked to several other unsolved cases concerning missing children. And in 2004 was convicted for the kidnapping of Holly Ann Hughes, whose body was never found.
Yep.
23 years earlier. This happened. Eventually, Rushan's crimes morphed into the things of urban legend, like of Cropsey and things.
Yeah.
But that explores how, through the word of mouth, he basically transformed into a hook-wielding, mass-murdering human being who sacrificed kids to Satan.
Yep.
With the imaginations of local Staten Island children.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. And although he never escaped confinement, there's linkage of his crimes to local mental health facilities and his connection to various unsolved cases that has turned him into a figure of mythic proportion in New York. And many still blaming the disappearance of children on this distorted version of him. Yeah. Despite the fact that he is still currently incarcerated.
Yeah. So it's like, it's not him.
Yeah. But that also ties into the whole Michael Myers escaping mental facility and not being held down for too long before he gets back out there and starts murdering again. Yeah. So, yeah. But that's crazy. The whole Jennifer Schweiger, the girl with Down syndrome, like, how are you going to kidnap somebody, kill them, and only be charged with their kidnapping?
Yeah.
But not their murder.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Because it's quote, 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 not enough evidence to prove of the murder, but enough to prove of the kidnapping.
I guess. But I think if you're going to do one, you're going to do the other.
You know.
They probably had some bullshit stuff about, and were very ableist about the whole thing, and we're all whatever. Where it was like, oh, well, he kidnapped her. He probably could have let her loose, and then she, tripped and broke her neck or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boo. Electric chair. Anyway, that's what I got.
Okay. 1 star?
I got 1 star.
Alrighty, go for it.
Okay. This is not a Halloween film. Nor is it a film to watch on Halloween.
Okay.
Profound. Because it is not a horror movie.
Okay.
It's a horrific movie.
Oh. Great.
Fried green tomatoes is scarier than this. Pretentious, audacious, disrespectful, nonsensical, meandering, and obscenely offensive slog. Wow, he knows words.
Yeah, for real.
He's got a lot of them in his
vocabulary. A lot of vocabulary words.
Michael Myers' involvement in his own send-off is little more than a cameo role, while Laurie Strode is reduced to a golden girl who has been sidelined in order to tell the story of Halloween Ends. aka Corey Song. Corey Cunningham is the worst character ever. The unintentional Towley. I don't know what that means.
I have no fucking clue.
Well, he knows more words. Granted, the material is unsalvageable, but it doesn't help matters that Rowan Campbell is the weakest actor in a cast full of weak actors. That's rough. Even Curtis is sleepwalking here. She clearly hasn't been eating her Activia.
Oh my God.
That's crazy. I honestly kind of love one stars like this because they're funny, but they're so outrageously stupid that it's like, oh my God.
Yeah. Like, it's not a terrible film.
No.
It's not a great film.
No.
It does kind of sideline the original characters of Laurie and Michael
Yeah.
and try to, like,
Bring in this new era of human beings, but it's like, that's not what a reboot is for, really.
Yeah.
To be honest. I mean, things that are redone are for new audiences, but things that are brought back
are for the people who, like,
who
I don't
liked
know.
them originally.
This was a very
I can't tell who this movie was for.
out of left field storyline process of, like, I'm a girl who dealt with all this shit, and so now I'm gonna go after this, like, poor bad boy because I think I can fix him.
Because she's just a girl.
And then he's a psycho, and then she's like,
Okay. We've all been there.
but I'm like, not on that level.
No.
Not on that level. I'm sorry.
Not on
There's
that
enough
level.
red flags.
Agreed. And
Also, you
she
don't take
still
me to
goes
the house
after
where
him.
you killed the boy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
She was probably thinking, "Oh, this is so he's showing me his true colors."
I'm just like,
Aw. Dude, you're sleeping on his bloodstain.
for real.
Go home.
Like, for real.
Like, oh my God.
It's just, it's wild. And it's definitely one of those, like, you know, it's like they wanted to do a romance movie, but they should have just done Frank and Laurie
right.
instead of, like, trying to, like, pair a broken Allison
With another,
broken dude.
yeah. It's kind
I
of
don't
like,
know.
it kind of reminds me of, like, if people made a fanfic about Laurie and Michael.
Yes. Like, if for some reason they're still teenagers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And then Laurie's all, but, like, I know he didn't mean it, and I can fix him, and he didn't
he's
give
doing
me
it for
trauma,
me.
and he's
I'm
doing
like,
it for me.
That's fucking psychotic.
That is
Even on your side.
right.
Like, I'm sorry. If I have
But
someone that I'm interested in, he starts murdering people because they slightly disrespect me. I'm like, no, goodbye.
Yeah, bye.
Police.
But you know they're out there. Like, you know that fan fiction is out
Oh,
there.
you know that's real.
And, like, they literally put it on screen, but made it Laurie's
Yeah.
granddaughter.
Yeah.
And, like, a subversion of Michael.
Yeah. The best part of that movie was the last, like, 15 minutes.
Heard.
When we finally got Laurie and Michael doing their final confrontation, and then them taking his body to the junkyard.
That was awesome.
Yeah. The rest of the movie was
Not
a
necessary.
weird thriller romance
Fanfic.
fanfic thing. You know? They even gave him a fucking motorcycle.
Literally.
They gave him a motorcycle.
Literally. That's literally. Okay. That.
They made him this dorky boy who got bullied, then gave him a motorcycle, had him have an existential spiritual interaction with a serial killer, and then he just changed. He stopped
Right.
wearing his glasses and he became brooding and wore dark clothes, and I ride a motorcycle.
I feel like
and she's like, I'm broken and let's burn this town to the ground, and he's like, I'll light the match. And I'm just like, damn, y'all need to chill out.
Literally anarchy. Okay, but
Y'all need a nap. Go take a nap.
yeah, just sleep it off for a second. I'm sure you'll feel better in like a couple days.
You'd be like, that was wild. We
Yeah,
should
that was
not.
crazy. Why do we even think that? Like, go take some meds. Like, if you're feeling that way, go talk to your doctor.
For real. seek help.
Seek help. Talk to your doctor.
For real.
Yeah, but I feel like, did a man write this? Who wrote this?
I don't know who did the story.
Okay, if it was a man, I feel like he wrote it in a way that he
Classic
thinks
romance.
that he thinks women would want to write men.
No.
Because if it was an actual woman writing this storyline,
There are stories that have women that were the writers.
oh, I know, that are like this.
That are way better.
Oh,
And that are also like this.
for sure. I mean, there are definitely some worse ones too.
Oh,
but,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, that is what you dream about? That's your deepest, darkest desire?
That's it.
Interesting.
You need therapy.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
I pray for you. You're in my dreams. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers.
You know, the things that do nothing, but, you know, we all say.
Right.
For real. If you say thoughts and prayers,
I'm
you
fed up.
literally are like, I couldn't give a shit, but like, you think I give a shit.
Yeah. Yep.
That's what that means. That's
Not-
what that means.
Not to get political or anything.
But that's legit. I'm sorry. Saying thoughts and prayers don't mean shit and don't do nothing. That's not enough.
If you really cared, you would do something about it.
Like, for real.
Anyway,
That
it's time to go to bed.
is it, my dudes. We have done the dang thing for Halloween.
All of Halloween.
Unfortunately,
is
yes,
dead.
we had the hurricane bullshit that happened, but you know, hey, at least it all came out in October. But yeah, starting next week, beginning of November, it all should be chill. We should be back to like our regularly scheduled programming with Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
And that's it.
And that's it.
We're not summoning him right now.
You know for a damn fact that they've got to make a third movie now.
Oh, yeah.
Like you can't
Yep.
you can't do this with the wordplay and not make a third one. Sorry. But that's a requirement.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll look forward to that.
And if you're listening to this before Halloween, watch out, guys.
For real.
You never know who could be waiting around the corner
Yeah, for real.
in a mask
Oh yeah, with a knife.
with a knife.
Is it real or is it plastic?
Who knows?
Test it out, find out.
Fuck around, find out.
For real. For real.
Nice chatting with y'all.
Alrighty. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Send us an email at horrorunmasked@gmail.com. Follow us at Instagram and Twitter at horrorunmasked. Listen to us on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, Audible, Pandora, and YouTube at Horror Unmasked Podcast. And I think with that,
There's only one thing left to ask. Will you fear?
or will you fear not?